What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and today, if you're wondering why the quality is a lot better, it's basically because I'm using my real camera. So we're not using a webcam right now, we're just using my real camera, and we're back for another building video. Now today is probably going to be the last building video for quite a while on Minecraft, because we've done quite a few this week and I kind of want to move into doing some tutorials on modding like Creator and a few other different things. But today we're going to be building a survival house. This is going to be a survival house to actually start off with. It's going to be a starter survival house that you can build when you join a fresh server or when you've been playing single player for quite a while. So when you've gathered a few different materials and you're ready to build, this is the first house which you'll be able to make. So to begin in this tutorial, what you're going to need is, first of all, we're going to need some normal stone bricks, then we need some cobblestone and oak planks, fence, glass, oak trapdoors, oak doors, torches and obsidian. So this is basically meaning you have to find obsidian underground or somewhere if you're doing this in survival mode, which may be tough to find, but you can form it out of lava and water, so it's not too hard to obtain. That's probably going to be the hardest item which you actually need to get in this video, but let's just jump into the build. So this isn't all you're going to need, this is just the basics. I'm going to be showing you the next few items as well, but we're just going to start building. So what we want to do is, I've kind of, like with all of my videos, I've kind of roughly planned it. So now we're going to start the actual build. So what we need to do is we need to actually go around and make a perimeter. Now this perimeter is not going to be too large. This is just going to be kind of like the foundry to the house. And like I said, we don't want to make it too big, but we're going to make it quite big. So you are going to need quite a lot of materials, and you'll need a lot of stone bricks in particular, because that's what we're going to make the bottom section of the house out of, and what we're going to make the actual border out of. So basically the border's all going to be made out of bricks. So you want to go around the whole perimeter and you want to fill it in all with stone brick blocks. But the whole perimeter needs to be made out of stone bricks, because in the middle we're actually going to use cobblestone as the actual house base that we're going to build on. This is so the actual foundry itself looks a lot different and it's all not the same. So now we've built the perimeter. Now it did look bigger than it actually was when we were building it, but believe me, it's not actually that big now we've finished it. So now what we want to do is we want to basically get rid of all of this ground, and once you've actually gotten rid of all of it, we want to fill it in with cobblestone. Fill everything in with cobblestone, and then we can start building the actual house. Now the reason we actually have obsidian here, which you'll see in my inventory, is basically because this house is going to be kind of like a semi-advanced starter house. So it is a starter base, but we're actually going to incorporate a nether portal into this, because we actually want a way to reach in the nether, and the nether is kind of like the first main dimension you want to go to in the game. And if you've got obsidian, it's not actually hard to make, because flint and tinder itself is pretty simple to actually obtain. So for that reason, we're actually going to make a nether portal as part of this build. Boom, and now we've finished the whole foundry itself, so we can actually start building. So when we've actually got the base like this, what we want to do is we kind of want to block out an area where we can build the main part of the base. So we want to build it a few blocks along, so we have a little bit of space here. We'll build it on the 7th block along. Your blocks may not be exactly the same as me if you haven't followed it specifically, but with my actual building construction on the actual base, this will be positioned 7 blocks along. This kind of gives a wide house look to it, and it has enough space inside to just put the things you need in, mostly like a chest storage room or a tool shed. Now this is going to be 2 blocks high and then another 2 blocks high, so this is going to be 4 blocks high in total, because we want at least 3 blocks headroom, and we also want enough room for those windows, which we're actually going to add afterwards. Then we're going to find near enough the center, and this is where we're going to place the 2 doors. So if you have the oak doors, you want to place them down there, and then we will build up over the doors with the cobblestone, just so it separates the actual cobblestone from the windows themselves. You can also put 2 oak blocks above here, which makes it look a lot nicer. It differentiates the colours between the stone bricks and the wooden wall. Then we're going to go around every single side and just finish off the roof pieces, like so. And we're going to connect all of the roof all the way around. Now this is just the first part of the build. We are going to build the 2nd floor, a little bit similar to the last tutorial we did with the wooden house, but we are going to build a 2nd floor. You can actually see the wooden house on the hill that we built last time in the distance, just so you've got a reference. So now we've connected everything, and we're going to build the roof second, because that's where we're going to have decking up to the 2nd floor. So now what we want to do is we want to get our glass, and we're going to start filling the glass in. But what we're going to do is we're going to sew together these two sides and make it a single glass door. Now you'll see why I'm doing this. If you haven't watched the other tutorials, you won't know, but you'll see exactly why I'm doing this, because then what we can do is we can place these shutters on either side of the windows, and it makes it look a lot better than just having a 4 square wide glass window. The front looks a lot more inviting and a lot more professional putting the shutters on instead of just having a wide window. It just looks much better. Now we can do that on the other side as well. So we can build one block on each other side of here. And then we can actually have a wider window. We can actually have a 3 square window here and still fit in the shutters as well. Then what we'll do is we'll do exactly the same, and we'll put the shutters here. Now it doesn't make as much sense because the shutters would only be able to shut over 1 square, but this is mainly just for visual appeal. On the back it's super wide, so we can actually put a lot of different windows on, like so. Go over the back all the way around with the trapdoors and just make the shutters like this. Now all we need to do is just fill in these glass blocks because we've already done the shutters, and this basically concludes all of the bottom floor building on the outside despite the roof. Now we'll go around to the interior after, that's not too important. We usually do the whole interior process at the end of each video. So we finished the house completely. Now we want to make a set of stairs up to another floor. So we're going to get rid of this cobblestone because we don't particularly need it anymore. And we're going to type in stairs and get some stairs. Obviously if you're in survival mode you are going to have to manually build this all, but most of these materials are extremely easy to obtain, they just require a little bit of time. So we're going to actually spawn some birch stairs. You can alternatively use spruce, but I'm going to show you birch because birch goes quite nice with oak because there's not too much distinction between the two, it's just a lighter version. So go around and make a 2 block high staircase. Now we'll fill in the underside of the staircase to actually fill it a little bit so it looks better, but for now we're just going to do this method just to get the stairs on top of each other, but that's not going to be our final method. Now the stairs need to go in flush with this part of the roof. On top of this we're actually going to start building the actual decking. So we're going to go around all of it with wood. And wood only needs to be on the border side here because we want the middle of it to be birch because it makes it look a lot better. So make these stairs go up to the exact same block height as we have on that building currently, and then we can connect the stairs to the second floor. Get rid of these stairs underneath that makes them look really bad. That was just to make building the actual stairs formation easier. And you'll see that one more piece of stairs will actually allow us to go onto the same block height. What we should be able to do is we should be able to make more of this border and go around, and it should be, if you've done it right, it should be exactly the same block height as the stairs are here. And you want to stop at the block height where the stairs are, because that's where the actual platform is going to conclude and where it's going to end. And then we can get rid of this part and we'll fill that in all with birch, so we'll have a full birch above. So now that we've actually filled in everything, we want to swap these stairs because we're not going to need them anymore. And if you've already got birch planks in your survival world, or if you're in creative like me, just switch to birch and fill everything in here with birch, because then it will mold in and actually blend to the stairs we just created. We want to form and complete this platform so we can actually start building the second floor building on top of this building we've formed. Now as you can see, it actually looks pretty nice above and it does blend in with below, but you might be wondering why there's a hovering floating platform. Don't worry, because we're actually going to put some fences down to add some support to that. Now we'll do that after, we're not going to do that just yet, we'll actually do that after when we make the fence around the base as well. Now inside you don't have to worry about making a separate ceiling below this block, because the actual block height of the ceiling is pretty decent, and the birch from above actually looks good as a ceiling as well as the floor for the upper half. So everything still blends in down here and it doesn't really change what this room looks like. If anything, the stone actually goes well with the birch inside the first floor. So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue the second floor. Now we want to actually build a house here, and it wants to kind of be hovering in this slot here. So we're going to make this out of the same oak planks. Now this might look a little bit weird because we are using oak on top of oak. That might be a design flaw in some people's eyes, but we are going to mix it with birch as well. It's supposed to actually blend in with the second floor mainly. And we're leaving this 1 block space around just basically to connect the fence, which we're going to add afterwards. Because of the width, you won't be able to make windows at the front, but don't worry, we will make windows at the side. Now personally I prefer the stone brick buildings that we have below because I feel like they look nicer and I feel like they're a lot easier to make look more realistic. Now because it is going to be 2 blocks high, make sure that all the window slots are actually 2 slots high as well. So now we have holes for the windows at the front and back. Now the back windows are only going to be 1 slot wide, which doesn't blend in with the front because we can't actually put a window at the front, but the sides we're going to do another 3 block width one, just like the base we built below. Now you can actually use different types of trapdoors in your build, because there's different types of trapdoors for each kind of log, like dark oak, etc. But I feel like with this build, oak trapdoors go well with oak wood. Obviously the different colours of wood and the different types of stone, you can kind of mix them and match them to actually fit your style. And then what we'll do is we'll just put a door on there. Now the front kind of looks dull on this build, to be honest, so you could remove a block here and just put a glass pane in there so there's still kind of a window, but there would be a gap still remaining. So the best idea is just to get a glass block and replace that here instead, and then technically there's still kind of a window, and then you could put 2 torches here or some signs to still make the front look decent. The sides look good, the back looks good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make it look a little bit better, and we're going to go around the top floor with fence. Now we will do the bottom floor as well, but we're going to do the top floor first, and we're going to connect it to our stairs area here. After we build these fences, we're going to make some supports which hold up the whole of the second floor, so it looks more realistic because we don't want this whole hovering action we've got going, because it really lets down the visual appeal of the base. Now that already looks better now that we've got the sidewalk and all the fence going, which looks pretty nice. So now what we'll do is we'll extend this fence down to the bottom floor and to the ground, so that's one of our supports, and then we'll go around it with fence to actually connect around the side. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put a fence gate here in a moment so we can actually walk through the entrance, probably around about here, because that looks the most natural, and that's basically going to be the entrance, and this is just going to keep mobs out and any unwanted players out, because on a lot of servers, if you're building this on a server, you can actually take ownership of certain doors and blocks like trapdoors and fence doors, so this is an easy way to keep bad players out of the base. So that's all the supports we need at that side, and then at this side we don't need any other supports, but what we can do is we can put a few supports on the actual stairs themselves. So that's now the stairs secured, and the stairs are more realistic, and we have the whole base capped off and supported, but this side doesn't really have any support, so we're going to add just a little bit of support onto the ground area here. We'll extend the fence round, connect it to here. So that's the bottom floor. It does feel quite fence heavy because of the stairs, but you could also fill them in with birch blocks as well if you so choose. Just so we don't really have too much of a fence heavy setup going, because I feel like it does take away a lot of the actual experience of visual. We've literally finished all the fences we need. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to add the fence gate. And we're going to add the fence gate here, and already we have an awesome base where we can enter, nobody else can come in or get out, as long as you have protection on those blocks. So the only thing really left to do is actually build a nether portal. And the second thing is to actually finish off the roof on this. So what we can do is we can actually go over the roof with some stairs. So you want to make some stairs on the edge of the roof like this, and you basically want to do this all the way round so it actually makes a slanted look to the base itself. This is just so the roof itself doesn't look flat, because most of the roofs that I've actually built in the past look really bad and they look flat, and I don't want that to be the case this time around. And you want to get rid of the actual stairs inside, because they're going to mess up the stairs on the outside and leave patches and holes in them. And then what you can do is you can actually fill in the inner side with whichever type of roof you want to. It doesn't matter which wood block you use, because we're actually going to be covering the roof below anyway. And then we'll do the similar same style over here. And that is our slanted roof going up. Then what we'll do is we'll just fill in the top area with normal oak planks because we've already added enough roofs. You could add an extra layer of fences on top and then some lights, but that's kind of overkill at this point because we don't really want to add too much height to it. Because if I'm honest, it's already one block higher than it probably should be because of the height of the window. Inside now, we actually have the birch roof and we have this roof here. Now what we're going to do is from the inside, we're just going to fill this in here. That's because the roof just needs to be a little bit lower to make it seem realistic. Boom! So that's the second floor. The only outer touch we need to do now is we need to just add some torches around the sides. This is just so the whole thing will illuminate at night time, so if any monsters come round. And then we can also put some on the second floor next to the fence gate and on the corners. So that's basically all the torches we need. We can also go inside on the bottom floor and we can add some torches to the actual building itself, just so we have illumination from those mobs as well. And then we'll build them on the second floor house inside. That is the survival base, and now all we have to do is build a nether portal. So now we've finished that, we're going to add a nether portal. Now, as you can see here, if we build a nether portal or start building it, you'll see that we don't have enough height to actually build it below. A nether portal needs one extra row of height, which is a shame because obviously if we would have built that higher, we would have been able to fit it in. We're actually going to make the nether portal actually faced outside. Now this is because the nether portal itself, we're not going to include specifically as part of the build. We're going to actually put it next to the staircase. And you'll see that the staircase is the perfect height for the nether portal. And you'll see that now we can activate the nether portal as normal and it comes up there. What we can do then is we can actually make a hole inside here in both fences and we can make it accessible through here. We could even make a door inside the staircase to actually get to the nether portal. Now it's not the cleanest look, but to me it's probably the best way that we could have incorporated it into this house. And this is basically the final look of the house. This is the final look of the survivor house we just built. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate anyone watching this video. If this video was helpful to you and you thought this build was awesome, then give the video a like and make sure to subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more Minecraft builds soon. I am taking a little bit of break from these Minecraft building videos because I've done like 4 videos this week and we've kind of built the core of things which I kind of wanted to show people. So we will be back for some more of those soon, guys, so make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment below which Minecraft build you want me to make next, what kind of house, what kind of base. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.